This is a watercolor demo by Ekaterina Smirnova, painting with photo references. In this tutorial, I will be showing how to combine two photo references in creating one painting. And I have collected these photographs in Austria, and all of them are beautiful, but there are some things that I like in each individual picture more, and let's align them all together and see. Well, possibly I would like to keep some, let's say, mountain tops from one photograph and possibly get trees or plants from the other photograph. Analyzing the objects on the photos really helps to select the most successful ones, and eventually I have only two that I preferred, and let me align them next to each other so you can see better. And for example, I would like to keep the same sky on the one and the house and the road on the other one. I made a little pencil sketch, and now my time is sketched on a bigger paper. Let's decide on the positioning of the objects. The land and sky is somewhat in the middle, and let's mark the center. And I'll start with marking the land line. You do not need to be very detailed and precise on your pencil drawing. Some people prefer to do some sketching, and it's maybe very useful for the beginners to put your major objects with pencil on the paper so you know where your colors will go, but I usually skip that part when I do my own paintings, so very rarely add some major points to help me orient myself. I encourage you not to follow your photo references precisely. They're here just to help you, and let's see. I'm making a little pass, and I should keep in mind the perspective. The pass becomes wider, closer to you, and here's the little lines for the mountains. My color palette is also very limited because I know I can mix a lot of colors, and here is my raw sienna as for the yellow, and every time I'm going to be cleaning my brush to pick up a different color. This is a permanent rose color for the sky, the sunset, the French ultramarine also for the top part and the bottom of the painting. Then you can also mix yellow and blue, and it's gonna come out green. Of course, we all know it. The variation of the blues and yellows make different green as well. So this is my green. For the middle part of the painting, darker forest. I'm gonna also put some Payne's gray. This is my darkest color. If I would mix blue and rose madder, it will come out something like violet color for the flowers. You can see that I also painted my little reference, and I will be starting with wetting my paper with a brush haki. It's a soft Chinese brush. This will help to transfer colors much more nicely. All over, I do it actually a few times to allow water to absorb for the first time and the second time, but make sure there are no paddling. This is not going to be nice. Well, I will be using this wide bristle brush with pointy end, which will help with details. The first color is raw sienna, and you can see I have diluted enough color in order to color the top part of the painting, and very generously apply the color even all over the building as well. Second color is a mix of pink and yellow, and you can see if it's too much water, you can always use napkin to remove the excess of the water. Don't be afraid to paint brighter, because when the watercolor is drying, you should keep in mind it's going to be more faded out. The second color, I'll go faster. I'm using blue just for the top part and the bottom part of the painting. Apply it very loosely. Don't worry about the spreading a little bit. You will be able to fix it later, but maybe remove the excess of the water. I'm using it with a dry paper towel, or you can do it with a dry brush as well. Keep in mind that you can control the wetness of your brush with a paper towel, and I will be reapplying the pinky color all over the sky to give it an effect of the sunset. Usually you have about 5 minutes to complete each layer of the painting before the paint starting to dry. So I will continue on working on the foreground, and this time I am picking a very lightly diluted French ultramarine color for the further mountains. This will give an effect of them disappearing further away. And the same color I will use also for the front, and apply just simply French ultramarine, and I will also shape my little path painting around it. From the other photo reference, I remember there were beautiful violet flowers on the front, and I'll try to give a little hint of that on this painting as well. Remember that in order to make the details, you should be painting only on a dry paper. Here is my second layer of the mountains, and I'm doing it after the first layer has fully dried. I decided to also paint the rooftop of the little house the same color, and the largest mountain. They're all Alps, so the mountains are somewhat pointy, and maybe add just a little bit more of a French ultramarine to make them slightly darker on the tops. For the bushes, it's a mixture of the blue and yellow to create a green color. Watercolor is a beautiful medium, and mixing colors could create amazing effects. Using smaller brush helps to work on the little details. By mixing few of the colors over here, maybe making it somewhat green-blue for the middle of the painting, the dark forest green, I'm going to be using this smaller brush because I want to get a little bit more tighter around the house, and maybe adding the same color for the front as well. You have probably noticed that for a while my photo references are missing, and I think it's a good idea if you do not precisely follow your photo references till the very end. Just be more creative, allow your senses to fill in the painting, make some areas darker, some areas more colorful. Just enjoy the creative process overall. The final touches for the details, the flowers, the rooftop part make the painting more complete. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. There are many more to come. Stay tuned and follow me on Facebook and visit my website ekaterina-smirnova.com.